They said majority draw. They cheated Roach. Roach got robbed.
Rate the performance.
Won the story.
Roach won the story.
Roach won the story. He didn't get the win.
We witnessed something no one ever expected. Tank Davis, the undefeated knockout artist, pay-per-view star, and so-called face of boxing, going to a draw against Lamont Roach. And this wasn't just any draw. It was a controversial one. Filled with questionable officiating, fighter excuses, and boxing fans left wondering if this was one of the worst robberies in recent years.
Knockdown, I would win a majority decision. Honestly, I thought I should have won without that, but the rules do state if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's...
The first to react was Terrence Crawford, who, for the past few days, has made it clear that he doesn't like Tank at all. He wasn't going to let him off the hook for what he saw as a weak excuse for taking a knee in the 9th round. Without hesitation, and without sugarcoating anything, Crawford took to Twitter saying, "Some of y'all need to watch Mayweather versus Hernandez and see Mayweather take a knee because he hurt his hand." It was called a knockdown, not from a punch either.
Why do you think that they didn't take a point off?
The referee missed it.
Crawford didn't stop there. He followed up with a knockout tweet saying, "I've never seen someone take a knee and it not be counted as a knockdown. Must have forgotten the rules tonight. They robbed that boy, and it's crazy." And just when people thought he was done, he delivered the final blow. Roach won, and that should have been called a knockdown. Let's see what happens. Crawford didn't just criticize the decision. He made it clear that he believed Roach had done enough to win outright. And he wasn't alone in this. Backing him up was His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, the man behind some of the biggest boxing events in the world today. Turki didn't hold back either, calling out the bigger issue that had fans upset beyond just the result, the fact that this fight was put behind an $80 pay-per-view wall, only to leave them disappointed. If you charge people $80 for PPV, you must give them a good card with good production, he stated. Translation: this event wasn't worth the money. And if Turkey is saying that, you know it's a real problem. This is a man who has been organizing mega events in Saudi Arabia, where fans expect top-tier boxing for the price they pay. If even he is hinting that Tank Davis isn't delivering anymore, that's a serious blow to Davis's reputation.
Did his thing, but GervontaDavis is the champ, and it takes, a lot to be able to beat the champ. But Roach definitely had something that we all wasn't expecting. Right in the power, his combinations.
Then there was Shakur Stevenson, who has been chasing a fight with Tank Davis for a long time. Despite the controversy, Stevenson made one thing clear: he still wants the fight. "I ain't even gonna tune on dude like he would do me, but I'm still ready and willing to fight. Let's make it happen." However, he didn't ignore what happened in the ring either, calmly stating, "I thought Lamont won." It was a simple yet direct statement that reflected what many were thinking. Stevenson wanted his shot at Tank, but at the same time, he acknowledged what everyone...
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was going to go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Gervonta, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence has been up.
Ryan Garcia, the social media king of boxing, wasted no time jumping in. And when Ryan reacts, you know it's going to get people talking. Lamont won. That's simple. No extra words, no hesitation. Then he hit boxing right where it hurts, saying, "Not calling that knockdown is the wildest thing I've ever seen in boxing. That type of stuff makes boxing look bad." He added the cherry on top with, "Crazy stuff. See y'all May 2nd, making sure the world knew that, unlike Tank, he still had a fight lined up and didn't plan on having any controversial draws anytime soon. Meanwhile, Danny Garcia took a different approach. Instead of just focusing on the fight, he used the moment to remind everyone why Floyd Mayweather was in a league of his own. "That's why I always say, that's how you know how great Floyd Mayweather was, because no matter who he fought and how close it was, he always won. Even if he was supposed to beat somebody easily, he still did it. That's why boxing is better when you fight the best. If you lose, you lost to a fighter like you, a dog like you. But if you lose to a fighter with less of a name, and you're supposed to win, or you have a performance like this, it hurts. It hurts your resume a little bit, not to the people who love you, but to the people who really know boxing. Danny wasn't outright saying Tank was finished, but he pointed out that performances like this could damage a fighter's legacy. And considering how often Tank has been compared to Floyd, this was a clear reminder that he hasn't reached that level yet. Then came the post-fight madness. Tank, clearly frustrated with the crowd's reaction, tried to explain what happened. When you are sweating and stuff like that, the grease came into my face, and it burnt my eyes. Yo, why? Y'all booing like I'm talking nonsense? But that explanation did little to calm the crowd. If anything, it made things worse, because what fans wanted to hear was accountability.
Take a knee or touch the canvas, blood, and it's through to a punch, or even if you hurt and you go down, that's a knockdown. That's what I know from the rules.
Roach, on the other hand, handled the situation like a man who truly believed he had won. Tank is a great fighter, and I thank him for the opportunity to show the world. To all the people who doubted me, all the people who talked rubbish, and all the fake boxing media. Even though I didn't get the official win tonight, I thought I did, and in my book, that's a victory. But we're not satisfied. We need a real W. If you voluntarily take a knee and the refs...
That's his power after being in there for 12.
He got decent power. He got decent power for sure. I ain't gonna say it's exaggerated. I told you I got a chin. I ain't going like that.
There was no need for a translator. Roach made it plain and simple. He believed he should have won and wants justice for it. This entire situation also raises serious questions about Tank's future. Before the fight, Davis mentioned that he only wanted to fight 3 more times before retiring. Now, with a controversial draw on his record, does he still stick to that plan? Does he chase a rematch with Roach to clear his name? Or does he move on to bigger fights, hoping fans forget this ever happened?
It was in the 8th round. He was good. We just couldn't figure out why he wouldn't pick it up. Right. And so I think it was maybe a lack of focus.
And then there's the matter of Calvin Ford, Tank's longtime trainer, who wasn't in his corner for this fight. Could that have played a role in his performance? It's certainly a topic of discussion because, whether you believe in the impact of a coach or not, something was clearly off about Tank in this fight. However, sympathy was nowhere to be found. Other boxing pros didn't hold back. They made it clear that this was not a performance worthy of a champion, and many firmly...
Spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate you.
However, things might be taking a new turn if the rumors are true. Turki Alalshikh is already working on a Devin Haney versus Tank Davis fight. Haney himself wasted no time trolling Davis after the fight, posting, "I was waiting for the backflip," mocking Tank's signature celebration, which was notably absent after this bout. It was a clear dig, suggesting Davis had nothing to celebrate. After struggling against an opponent, many expected him to dominate. Haney has long been one of Tank's biggest critics, calling him out for years and questioning his resume and level of competition. This draw only reinforced what Haney and others have been saying, that Tank isn't as unbeatable as he thinks. Terence Crawford took it even further, stating that Tank has never been the elite talent he believes himself to be. Tank ain't what he thinks he is, Crawford said. Shakur, Devin, or even Keyshawn would break his ego worse than Roach just did. Crawford didn't hold back, essentially dismissing Davis as an overrated fighter who has been carefully matched to maintain his undefeated record. In his view, a technician like Shakur Stevenson, a relentless pressure fighter like Devin Haney, or even the young and hungry Keyshawn Davis would completely dismantle Tank in a way that would shatter his confidence. If that happens, the controversy from this fight will quickly be forgotten because a matchup like that would be one of the biggest fights in boxing today. But will Tank take that challenge? Or will he try to run it back with Roach first? What do you think? Share your thoughts